So here is the 4 filters I felt we should go through as we make investment decisions to manage our risk very well. First of all, when you face an investment decision, run it through these 4 filters. Number 1, purpose. Does this align with your bigger vision? Okay. The reason why I never wanted to start investing in certain kind of investment because my vision, I didn't want to die broke. I didn't want to grow old renting a house. I didn't want to grow old bitter. No, I had a bigger vision for myself. So guess what? I went the route that I went because of my vision. So before you make an investment, understand purpose. If you just invest because you watched a video, Shadrick was talking about land, about crypto, you're going to buy crypto, guess what? You're going to face risks you don't understand. And if you can't understand the risk, guess what? It's going to take you down. Understand capacity. Do you have the energy, skills, and resources for it? For example, a retired man, I can't ask them to go and put money in, for example, crypto, up until they have enough knowledge to know how to manage. Do you have the energy, the skills, the resources for this kind of investment? The answer is no. Perhaps while it may be good, it may not be right for you because you have no time. So timing is also very important. Is this the right season for this move? So don't just invest. Ask these qualifying questions before you make an investment. A lot of people today, I receive calls every day, sir, I got my dividend. Can you believe they gave me a 38 kwacha? I mean, I don't understand. Now, notice, you invested 12 months ago because somebody told you can make money passively while you're sleeping. So you slept the whole year and look at your dividend, 88 kwacha. And sometimes just an email to thank you for participating. And then you're upset. It's because you didn't understand the investment in the first place. You didn't understand how inflation will affect your investment. You didn't know all those kind of things, just invested. You didn't understand the timing. Did you even think about the risk versus the reward? Does the reward justify the sacrifice? You didn't think about all those kind of things. You just went ahead and invested. So if we are going to manage risks, the first thing we must understand is let's put our money in the right investments so that we can appreciate the risks that are unique to those investments. And then we can now apply the wisdom in managing the risk. Like I said, if you are being faced with, say, for example, there's a risk we talked about here. If you are being faced, for example, with liquidity risk, and then you don't understand how to manage this liquidity risk, guess what? You're going to diversify. Yes, we are told that one way you can manage risk is through diversification. Follow the trends, read the news, understand the economic environments. That is true. But if you don't understand the unique risk you are being faced with, instead of you investing in marketing to manage the risk, guess what? You are going to diversify. When what you are being faced with is liquidity risk. Very important. So the person who is going to handle the risk is more important than the risk being managed. I think that is something that you should not overlook. So if we go in the textbook and say, how can we manage risk? Guess what? We have diversification. We have hedging against inflation. We have all these terminologies in the textbook. Diversify, understand your risk capacity, your risk appetite, your risk what, risk framework. I'm a lecturer myself, and I lecture at the master's level. And I'm going to tell you one of the topics that is major in chartered accountancy programs is risk. Because of all these frameworks for risk, management, all these different frameworks. But over the years of being a lecturer, I realized actually, if we focus more on these terminologies about systematic risk and systematic risk, we focus on all these kind of things, our people will never understand the risk. You have to understand the risk will always be there. But what makes you different is the wisdom that you've acquired regards the risks that are unique to investment. It is why our topic says, how can we manage our investment risks? See, wisely, not using the textbook, because in the textbook, we're going to find definitions. We're going to find things that we can talk about, like diversifying, hedging, inflation, and what and what. But if we think about it into this way, we can avoid a lot of investment risks, like risk from inflation, risk from volatility, risk from capital lockup. All these risks that we may face, we may avoid them. But we must be not just reasonable or logical, but also reasonable. When you are reasonable, you realize I only have a 10,000, I only have a 5,000. I won't lock this one for the year in the name of passive income because that's not a wise decision to do under the circumstance. It doesn't make the investment bad. It simply means, wow, it is a good investment because it has got value, it has potential and all this. It is not right for you under the circumstance. And this is what many people have refused to accept because they're in denial. It is why you see a lot of poor people are the ones who are buying a lot of shares. A few weeks ago, we saw the Bank of Zambia governor say that there's a reduction in corporate investors in the treasury bills. But guess what? Where the increase is in government securities? It's from the individual investors. So we just don't want to invest, but want to make informed investment decisions. And this is why I want to say thank you very much, Prudential, for this amazing topic. So this was not about going into details of each risk, but into trying to fix the mind of us people who are on the investment platforms.